Hello, today is December the 21st, 2020, and I'm reading on Sidney Powell and that little clique of theirs that wants to try to overturn the election, who are telling Trump, who is already losing his grip of reality, that he actually won. They are actually, that's so sick. So we're going to take a look at them. And primarily, I want to look at Sidney Powell because I have not read on her yet. Now, Sidney is a Taurus. Flynn is a Capricorn. They're both earth signs. I had done a reading. Actually, I've tried to do a couple of readings, and for some reason, one time I didn't remember to click the right button to record it, and so it was a nice full reading, and then I just only last to gasp and find, oh man, I didn't keep it recorded. So let's just, we'll just do it over. This time I can see we are recording, and for some reason I thought I saw it was recording, but anyway, something went wrong with the file too that I had done an attempt as well. So let's hope, and I'm sure it will be fine. Let's just get right back to it. Sidney Powell. I want to know what will end up happening with Sidney Powell and Flynn, this bunch that are telling the president lies that he actually won. He seems like he's losing his mind, and that would be the most horrible thing for them to do. I want to know if they're going to face legal consequences for this. All these people, for, in my opinion, and not just my opinion, it's a fact, they have interfered with the legal process of an American election. They are trying to have a coup, what amounts to that. So, I do, in my prior readings, I get cards that, yes, these people are delusional, and, well, I just want to know if they're going to face legal consequences for their behavior. So will this bunch that Sidney Powell is connected to, that are trying to overturn the election results, and who I believe very much are trying to incite Trump's followers to get more keyed up and aggressive. Sure seems that way to me. Again, my readings are all for entertainment purposes only, and thus alleged. So let's see what the cards have to say about Sidney Powell and her clique of Trump loyalists. I ask the ancestors, I ask the creator, universe, my spiritual helpers to please help me. I'm a little scatty today with my things, but please let me be on point with my reading. Thank you. Will there be legal consequences for Sidney Powell and Michael Flynn and their clique that want to overturn the election results and that are lying to Trump and telling him he won? Will they have legal consequences, and what will these be? What will their legal consequences be for this behavior? What will be happening with Sidney Powell, for example? What can you tell us? Okay. Well, this is a team effort where they are looking to push, I think, especially a lot of propaganda that they want to quote unquote do this, that they intend to do this. With regard to, I think, law. The rules. But it's being really short-sighted. It is reactionary energy. They're really launching a considerable amount of energy into this effort too. And I tend to think that Sidney and Flynn are like that in this. In the reading I did earlier that unfortunately did not get recorded, Flynn came up and her. And they look to me like at the theme of partnership, of working together, that they're, this is a common goal, that these two take seriously, though they're deluded. I'm thinking this Two of Pentacles, in this case with this deck and on Sidney, is referring to that partnership and to their loyalty to Trump, to their efforts. Yes, definitely an effort. They also, I mean, I don't know much about these two people, Sidney or Flynn. The bit I do know about Flynn, he's just so yuck. You know, we've had so much yuck that I've over, my limitation of reading more about in depth, unless I have to. So it just feels like this is something that they're determined. This is a determined partnership, and that may have history, or it may have some well, it's like they're really working together. That's what I get. And this to me again is making that noise out, getting the attention of the public. They want to stir this up. They want to be heard. And this is a high risk. This is foolishness what they're doing. And it is against, really, frankly, what the rules are. Is a flaunt. It is foolish. They're holding on. Very clear. Ten of Pentacles. It wouldn't surprise me one eensy weensy bit if they were not given a financial incentive to pursue this. Also, and this is a course of action or a repetition. I think this is them trying to block these things. And again, I get another card that makes me feel like they, have some kind of foolish optimism that they're going to be able to get through with this, but what they're going to find is they're going to get their butts handed to them. So they're going to put their efforts into this. Waste of time. All it's going to do is make them more tired and beaten up. They will have loss and they will regret this with the Five of Cups. And there is loss with regard. Trump has lost. And this is him feeling, like I said, he would sorry for himself. And them feeling sorry for him. Whatever, so pathetic. Secrets. And, excuse me, in connection to a King of Wands, a little fire sign. Must be one of that group. Gotta check them out again. That's tantalizing, though. I've got to find out more. Yeah, and this shows, Trump will not. I'm concerned this is him saying, no, I'm not leaving. Wait a minute. This could be, for all I know, something he's cooked up with this King of Wands, a plan, a secret, perhaps not to go, how he's going to not go, whatever that entails, I do see that. This is obstruction, this is no, this is refusal, this is remaining in place, not moving. I see a Queen of Cups who definitely, I'm thinking Ivanka, but I'm thinking she wants to leave, that they want to get out of there before any more damage. I think she is trying to preserve, in some sense, because she knows that her dad's going to go in, and that this will end, that this will all be hers one day. I just hate to tell her that there's not going to be much at all, and it's not going to be, she's going to be in a very hard position. I think she could look at prison too, frankly. So I see that there's definitely choice, partnership, movement. This makes me feel like Ivanka wants to get out of there. Maybe. That to me is like Flynn. And again, we're getting those cards of partnership. People saying that you won. There's something very oppressive around this Queen of Cups. She wants, well, what they're trying to do is oppress us. But I feel like this is their gang. And I think they're actually helping him. And this may have been written. I only caught a headline. They're helping him, Sidney and them are helping him, I think, to come up with the plan of how he's going to stay put. They're encouraging him to do that. But because with Kamala comes the change that they're afraid of. And also potentially, I think the crimes connected to COVID, I think the crimes connected to just a number of things. They would be in trouble, potentially go to prison. See them fighting this, but they're going to get judged. They're going to have judgment on them for this commotion, for this disruption, for this combativeness, for this hostility, this coup attempt, so to speak. Not so to speak, but it is. And it's over for them. They have to go. They're not going to, their day is done. And they're going to face issues, the consequences of their actions, especially where they sought to fill their pockets for their own pleasure, in criminal manners, in illegal ways. Yeah, their past. This also speaks of children and families, people that they have affected. This, with this, she will regret it. She will regret it. She will be ruined. And her wealth, all that, and her delusions, she's going to live with smoking ruins herself. And I have a feeling she's going to claim that she has been unfairly ruined professionally, or some such thing. I just get that, and it's like, oh, pettiness. I just really can't with these people. This looks like Biden, and I feel like I just feel like these people are, what I see is that they will be facing legal consequences. Someone's coming in. I'm going to put this on pause. Okay, now I'm going to use the Dark Mirror Oracle cards on Sidney. I just get the worst vibes on her. I'm sorry I had to cut that short because my husband was coming in and our door makes a ton of noise. But I do see her and that group facing legal consequences, serious legal consequences, for this amounts to like an attempted coup, trying to obstruct or delay, the transition of a president is a big deal, and they should pay for it. But let's see. I'm just trying to keep open to let the universe tell me what is likely to happen with regards to, I'm looking at particularly with this deck, Sidney Powell as a result of her behavior. So I asked the Spirit of the Dark Oracle Mirror, the Dark Mirror Oracle. It's been one of those days, folks. To share with me what it wishes with regard and about Sidney Powell and her facing consequences legally, along with the rest of her clique. But what can you reveal to us? I thank all my helpers in spirit. She gets calling the storm. Well, that's certainly true. She is trying, and I feel like she has been trying to incite chaos. And, in my opinion, unrest, hostility, calling the storm. She's definitely doing that. Bride in a Cage. I will explain some of these to you because these are good for clarifiers in addition to the tarot. And, if you don't like this deck or whatever, that's fine, but I don't really need to know, okay? This is not necessary. I'm using what I need to use on my channel. So I just want to let people know that, it is a darker deck, but we're dealing with darker people, and I can't use the Cheerio decks for these people because it's just not authentic, and I don't get more information out that way. Plus, I'm me. I do my readings the way I do them. Okay. I think she could go to prison. Triumph of Lies. Gilded Regret. She's gonna go to prison because of her pushing these lies, these outrageous lies. I do see prison for her, and for especially within trying to incite, that very act is going to come back and bite her on the butt. Now, just to give you a little insight on these particular cards, I'm just briefly going to tap and describe the basic meaning of each one so that you can understand. Well, it's a bit lengthy to go into it, but it's a fascinating oracle for when you need to look at darker things, the shadow aspect of things. And all four of these cards fall into two categories. And those two categories are denial and bargaining. And I also get two cards here with regard, this is again with regard to Powell, Sidney Powell, that feel like jail, feel like prison. They feel confining, and there's an actual sense of the word cage and regret kind of in both of these cards have a similarity of a sense of confinement and regret. And so I do believe, yes, long answer short, that she'll be facing legal consequences. I foresee prison of some kind, or, I don't know, maybe even hospitalization because of how crazy. But I feel like it's more, truthfully, they will be held up as, I believe, an example. So I do see legal action on them, on her, Flynn, all the people that are involved in this coup type of behavior. Is this me? Yes, it is, and you're not a very nice person. Addicted. Addicted to Trump. Really, I do feel that the obsession with him that these people have, I do feel that, okay, some of them I feel like are legitimately, it's just all about the Benjamins, and he could sprout whatever nonsense and spout whatever nonsense my husband doing out there that he wanted to, but and these people say, yeah, fine. And then there are people that actually believe what he says. And what I see here with the addicted card is that delusion feeling, that they're addicted to his lies and they're addicted to his promises, his drama. And I think they have liked the sense of power that they have had to feel self-righteous, to go out there and act like no one else matters, that the rest of us, that they can do things with COVID that where they seek for us to get sick. This is attempted murder, for goodness sake. Now, yeah, she is full on with these cards. Is it me, addicted, perchance to dream, colorless angel? Totally taken up with this. And very delusional energy. Does not want to let this dream of hers, this nightmare for the rest of us, go. And I do see that there's a certain, I think she will go to prison, and I do think there's kind of a withering effect of her there with the colorless angel. I think she has to consider, once somebody is pulled out from that, an environment where they are being fed this stuff. I wonder, some people eventually, if they're sitting in a cell for a while, maybe some smelling. No, it's still denial. The stage on this card of the colorless angel is denial. And there's a feeling of apathy. So I think numbness. I don't think that she will regret what she's done. She will, I feel like there's a somber heaviness. I think she's going to end up in prison, and I don't think it's going to be a pleasant experience, because she's trying to hold on to the past. And so are the folks that are in on this with her. This is just a look at her situation. So I see Sidney Powell behind bars. And I don't see her, I just see her kind of withering apathetically in her cell. It's sad that someone would choose to take these actions. It really doesn't make me happy. Only thing that makes me feel somewhat relieved is because they are breaking the law and they're hurting us, and it's the relief of knowing that. But the fact that they choose to do this is appalling. It's upsetting, and I'm just glad to see that she'll be held accountable. I'll see you in the next video.